In 2017, deep in the arid plains near Nazca, Peru, the same region famous for its mysterious ancient geoglyphs etched into the desert, an earth-shattering discovery was made. A team of researchers and treasure hunters claimed to have unearthed something that defied everything we thought we knew about human history. More than 20 mummified bodies, small in stature, with long, slender limbs, elongated skulls, and 3 fingers on each hand. But these weren't just strange-looking corpses. They came with a host of bizarre features that sparked immediate controversy. First, the skulls were unlike any seen before. Smooth, with no cranial sutures. This meant the bones of the skull hadn't fused the way human skulls typically do, raising questions about whether these were even human at all. Second, several of the mummies had metal implants in their chests, made of a rare and heavy element known as osmium. Osmium is one of the densest naturally occurring elements on Earth and is incredibly expensive and difficult to manipulate. What it was doing in the bodies of thousand-year-old beings buried in the Peruvian desert was anyone's guess. The mummies varied in size, with most standing no taller than 60 centimeters, about 2 feet, and were preserved in a strange white powder that seemed to act as a drying agent. Their physical features, large heads, deep-set eyes, tiny mouths, echoed the stereotypical alien appearance found in popular culture, but no one could explain how such creatures could have ended up in ancient Nazca tombs. Then came the real shocker: DNA analysis. At a controversial hearing in the Mexican Congress in 2023 and again in 2024, scientists associated with the investigation claimed that initial DNA tests showed 30% of the genetic material did not match any known life forms on Earth. In other words, these mummies, if real, could represent a previously undiscovered species, or perhaps something not of this planet at all. The response was immediate and explosive. Some experts called the mummies an elaborate hoax. Critics pointed out that previous finds in the same area had been debunked as assembled parts from human remains, archaeological forgeries. Others demanded further study, especially since reputable universities in Peru and Mexico began publishing preliminary data supporting the authenticity of the materials, at least in terms of age and DNA results. Renowned forensic anthropologists, biologists, and even NASA-associated scientists entered the fray. Some insisted these beings were simply malformed humans, perhaps a case of ancient disease or ritual deformation. Others weren't so sure. The absence of typical human features, combined with the startling DNA data and advanced metallic implants, pushed some researchers to propose something far more radical. These beings may represent an intelligent, non-human species, or a branch of human evolution that history completely forgot. To this day, debate rages on. The Peruvian government has since tightened control over the mummies, and international teams are demanding access for independent studies. Meanwhile, thousands of people remain captivated by the mystery. Are the Nazca mummies proof of ancient extraterrestrial visitors? Or are they just another case of misidentified remains amplified by internet hype and fringe science? One thing is certain: until the full truth is revealed, the Nazca mummies will remain one of the most controversial and fascinating archaeological finds of our time.